Once again, we're walking the ancient streets of the upper town. The whole place is one big museum. Still, the city has a museum of its own. It's the Museum of the City of Zagreb. This month, the traditional sign is accompanied by a curious pharmacy sign. It advertises the exhibition about the history of pharmacies in Zagreb. The exhibition takes place in the attractive museum attic. It's called I, Jacobus Apothecarius, from a shop to an industry. Who was this man? Jacobus was the first pharmacist in Zagreb who was mentioned by name. It was in 1355. A long millennium had to pass before the pharmaceutical industry started the mass production of drugs. The introduction shows what pharmacies used to look like from antiquity to the Middle Ages. Pharmacy was separated from medicine by the Edict of Frederick II in 1240. The Arabic thinkers laid the foundations for the Western medieval tradition of alchemists. Alchemists helped the development of chemistry proper. Their laboratories were the forerunners of chemical and pharmaceutical laboratories. This is a small and practical Galenic laboratory, which used to stand in the back room of every pharmacy. We show here the most characteristic objects in such a place, such as the manual pill maker. Mixtures were cut into pieces, rolled and shaped into pills, which you can see in the small bottles. These are distillers, desiccators, funnels and beakers. Medicines contain poisons too. The excessive use of quicksilver in medicines often did more harm than good. Finally, there was a whole range of natural medicines, which are still used in folk medicine. Not so long ago, some pharmacies sold leeches to suck the patient's blood. Such elements of folk medicine look quite exotic nowadays. Fortunes could be made from medicines, like the Elza fluid, the most famous medicine in Zagreb at the turn of the century. But let us get back to our story about Zagreb. There were two pharmacies on the two hills. The one on Gradec was called the Black Eagle. The one on Kaptol was St. Mary at Dolac. The St. Mary is long gone, but its doors are still kept in the museum. As for the Black Eagle, you can still buy medicines there. The pharmacy stands where it stood for centuries, right by the stone gate.